Okay, it's Saturday. I just got back from the nursing home. They were having mum at the breakfast table next to the cursing woman who was cursing particularly vehemently this morning. So, I moved mum up to the other end, but the curses were so loud, and it's like, it just does my mother's head in. Because she not only has to deal with that, it's like none of the staff speak English. So there's a huge sort of, and the Chinese talk really loud to each other. The pitch hurts my mother's ears, right? And you know what? There's a big cultural difference there. And it's, how weird is that my mother's in her own country, but she's not having her own sort of cultural needs respected. And quiet, silence, for an Australian, it's a birthright, man. Like if you wanted excitement and, adventure and, maybe a bit of freedom or what, you go live somewhere else. But if you really value quiet, and I really noticed that when I came back from my overseas trips, it was like, oh, the sound of silence. I'm home, Australia. Well, this is why Mum doesn't feel like she's in her own country. She keeps talking about, where's my country? I'm cargo. Because all around Mum she hears, or the, Chinese girls talk very loud to her, because they think if they talk loud, she will understand them. Good girl. Put your arms out, my love. Arms up. Arms up. Put your arms there. Good girl. Good girl. Lift your arm. Good girl. Oh my God. I will take these off. Put your arms up. You're tired, aren't you? I'm going to put you to sleep. You're tired. We'll have a shower later. You're tired. Morning ritual trauma. Having to listen to that woman curse. And it's also, talk about no cultural linguistic resonance. The Chinese and the Indians, they talk really loud. It hurts Mum's ears. She often tells them when they come, whatever, she goes, quiet, lower your voice. It hurts her ears. So there's a cultural difference. They speak at that pitch and that volume in their culture. In Australia, where, that pitch indicates some sort of danger. And that's who she's surrounded by. So it's not only, so she doesn't really, and because of the accent, she doesn't understand a lot of what's said, even though it is really loud. Maybe they speak extra loud to make her understand, but all that does is just add to the aggravation. Okay, so, you know, culturally, linguistically, you know, it's very grazing. It's grazing. You know, Mum always raised us in a quiet house, quiet in the mornings especially, and if someone was sleeping, quiet. And if somebody needed extra sleep, go back to bed. And so this is what she deserves, because she taught us. And, you know, we've got the same nervous system. Paul doesn't. He's not blood. But the other girls have the same nervous system. And they know that. They know that Mum's need for quiet and that she raised us in a quiet. And how would they handle sitting next to that at breakfast? So we're still being forced. 7 weeks later, Mum is being forced. This is trauma-based mind control. I'm sorry. Because what you do is you traumatise someone and you make them feel powerless. And you put them in a situation where they're just being tortured, so they start to close down. And what do you do then? What's your next plan? After you've traumatised my mother, just tormented her, aggravated her, beaten up her nervous system for 2 months, what next?